Every pilgrim hits a wall, whether it's blisters, fatigue, mental doubt. When did you hit your lowest point on the trail, and how did you push past it?
Yeah, so I would say the wall for me was much more social than it was physical. I guess I would say that I went on the Camino on my own because I kind of wanted to kind of clear my mind, and kind of have a reset. But I think what I realized on the Camino is you never really fully get that. You're always bringing your own personality. So, for instance, I'm a very social person, and then I can get very exhausted by that. And that was frustrating because on the Camino, I thought, well, I kind of want to do this on my own and just be in silence.
Yeah, yeah.
But you end up meeting all these great people. So I would say making peace a little bit more with myself and just saying, well, you know what? I'm just this way. And on the Camino, it's not going to change.
Mm.
And it's okay if things are a little complicated. If I jump into things quickly and then don't want to let people down. Like, for instance, you meet people, you want to walk with them, but then you realize, well, actually, I also need time by myself, or I need to make the right decision, for me in the moment. Or,
Mm.
anyways, but I think the low point, which was also a kind of high point, was this is who I am. Like, I am this way. I'm not, and it's okay. It's okay to be uh, this bundle of contrary emotions at times.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
it
if
is
that was I
okay.
don't know if that was very confused, but
It is okay. It is
yeah.
okay. And it's so rare to have the opportunity to have that insight, Colin. It's in our daily lives, we very, very, very rarely ever say, it's okay. We tend to judge ourselves, tend to bash ourselves up, tend to be so super and hypercritical of ourselves that we very rarely get the chance to say, it's okay. I'm okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that answer. So, reaching the cathedral in Santiago de Compostela, tell us about that. What were the emotions that hit you? What did you experience as you walked past the Piper for the very first time?
So, to be honest, I how do I put this? Kind of forgot I was going to Santiago at some point. Like, you get into this rhythm of walking where the daily rhythm is itself just it's your whole day. The rhythm, the gravel, the feet. That the kind of bigger destination you kind of forget, or even why I came, and I believe wholeheartedly in both the journey and the destination. I don't think it's one or the other. I do think both matter. But I think, like, going into Santiago, I had this realization, oh, I'm walking to Santiago. I've just walked 500 miles. And honestly, the moment of walking there itself was fun. I walked in singing with my guitar and my cousin and another friend. I don't say it was definitely wasn't the most profound moment of the Camino. I would say it maybe the more beautiful moment, besides watching the fireworks with some friends on one of the nights, was going down to the tomb of St. James
Mm.
and praying before basically these ancient remains, and realizing that this all started because they brought the remains of a person here. And it's just so tangible and so physical that the Camino is such a concrete journey
Mm. Mm.
that ultimately traces back to this, like, very holy man who himself was like going to spread the gospel. And
Yeah.
anyways, that was to me like
Wow.
the beautiful kind of homecoming moment for me.
Yeah, and even despite the fact that there are dozens, maybe even hundreds of people around in the cathedral as you go down the stairs and it's your turn, you're very much on your own when you kneel on that little kneeler and look
Yeah.
down inside the crypt there. You're very much alone, even though there's all those people around, aren't you? It's a very solitary moment, I felt anyway.
No, in fact, yeah, that's really interesting. And
Mm.
it's so claustrophobic in that little corridor. And
Mm.
I just kind of squished myself up against the corner and just remained there, and everyone was walking by. And it was just paradoxically one of the most peaceful moments.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I find it a profoundly spiritual place downstairs, and then you make your way back up over the back of the cathedral, of the altar there, and touch the sheath, the gold sheath of St. James. It's a very, I've done it, oh gosh, I don't know how many times now, but it's a really beautiful and wonderful thing to experience. But I know in my case, anyway, Colin, coming back home after a long pilgrimage can be jarring in a way. How has the transition back to normal life and your life as a musician back home been for you?
It's interesting because my life is like not normal at all right now.
Right.
So I think the Camino was just the beginning of this very unusual life, which is I made the crazy, probably stupid decision to just fully do music, not knowing what that meant, not really having a lot built up, not having infrastructure. And the Camino was what I viewed as the beginning of that, which was I want to learn how to trust every day, like what's been given to me, like trust in the providence of every day. And the next day, the next town I have to walk to, I'll face that when it comes.
Hmm.
And coming back from the Camino, my hope, of course, this doesn't happen every day, but my hope has been, can I live that way? Because basically, I got back and said, day one, I get back is like, all right, this is my beginning of my career as a musician, and I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go, who to contact, what even skills to develop. So I would say I'm now 8 months into this, and I'm starting to enjoy that rhythm again and like accept it and accept the beautiful moment of playing a concert and people saying, wow, that's incredible music. Big things are going to happen for you. And then weeks where nothing happens and you think, did any of that happen? Did that even exist? Do I exist? Is this
Yeah.
real?
Yeah,
Am
yeah,
I,
yeah.
what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're basically describing my life to me. Colin, how has the Camino changed the way you view your long-term career and the message you want to put into the world through your music?
I, um, I would, I don't always believe this, but I want to believe that you really can live life based on gratuity, that the gratuity of life is enough to spur us forward, that we can really trust in the places where, like the gifts that we've been given, the skills that we've been given that we didn't even have to work hard to get.
Mm,
I think those are often the places that we can really like invest on.
yeah.
So, of course, I'm always trying to get better as a musician, but I find that the skills I have that are carrying me forward the most are not the ones that I built for myself. They were the ones given to me. Um, and so I think um, the Camino is all about a gratuitous way of living,
Mm,
which is actually being willing to receive the hospitality of others. It's a pretty profound experiences of those
yeah.
of hospitality shown unto me. Um, and I think it's other people who welcome you, but there's also other people who see in you the gifts that you've been given that you might not even think are that special. Or you might think, yeah, okay, but so what? I still have to go. Like, I have to do all these other things. But I
Mm,
think it's people you meet who say, no, you really have something here. You should really bank on that or, trust on that, trust in that.
yeah.